Hello, welcome back to the Football Terrace. Another transfer deadline day update. Edinson Cavani has officially signed his contract with Manchester United. No problems when going through the formalities of the medical. He is a Manchester United player. United, of course, in such a difficult situation today with any kind of social media announcement. They understand that fans are angry. They understand that fans are frustrated with everything going on at the football club. However, the deal is done. He is a Manchester United player. He'll be a Manchester United player. We will see that shirt being lifted any moment now. The same for Alex Telles. Medical has been completed. No problems at all. He is a Manchester United player. But I want to ask the question now. 34 games last season for Alex Telles, 13 goals and 10 assists as a left back, regarded by many as one of the best left backs in the world. Edinson Cavani, yes, 33, had some injury problems, but when fit, prolific. Does anybody just feel underwhelmed today, though? Does anybody just feel like, you know what? I just feel let down as a Manchester United fan, regardless of the business that's completed today. Do you think things are actually going to improve at the club? And I don't know. There's a comment from Marcus. Is Terry, you feeling better today? No. I'm actually feeling worse today than I was yesterday. I feel less hopeful today than I did yesterday about all of this. But I want your views. I want your opinions. Edinson Cavani, Alex Telles, Man United players. Man like KJ's on the line with us now. Bro, two big signings for the club. But how are you feeling, man?
Yo, I don't care, fam.
I hear you, bro.
I really don't.
Tell us why. Tell us why, though.
It's because these signings have come in a way that doesn't show progression. It doesn't show planning. It doesn't show desire. It doesn't show ambition. These guys, I'm not blaming these guys. This is not these guys' fault, and they're excellent football players.
Yeah.
And when they're in the red shirt and they're playing, I will back them, I will gas them when they do well. But what the club has done in this transfer window is disgraceful. You've had all window, not even all window, you had 3 months of lockdown to plan for this. You had the end of the season where we finished in the Champions League spot that we fought so hard to get back into. You had the ample opportunity to go push on and progress into the level we need to become a title challenger in the next couple of seasons. What these two signings show me is that they don't want that. They don't care for that.
Yeah.
All they care about is falling in and out of the top 4 and making their money so they can get their dividends. And you know what, as United fans, I'll say this year, we're the ones with the ambition for the club. But we're never going to get the same ambition from the people who own us. So instead of letting our ambitions be so high, we need to accept the fact that it ain't going to happen in this regime, and we just should be here just for the vibes, fam. Yeah. That would be my advice, because that's why we get let down. That's why we feel so betrayed, because we're expecting these men to care and take us forward, and they don't, bro. So you know what, your Vibes FC, fam. I'm all for it.
Bruv, I couldn't agree with you more this morning. I feel like, I put a lot of faith in the club this summer because I wanted them to do the right thing. We saw better behaviours over 2019, better behaviours in the 2020 January window. We saw big improvements from Ollie's team. And, like you and I said, and Neeks and everybody else, we're not out here trying to be these negative Nellies. We're out here being honest. Do we think Ollie is the guy to make us Premier League champions? No. Of course, we gas our teams at times and talk Avengers and whatnot. If people can't see that is us having a bit of fun, then whatnot. Interesting news. Man United are now in advanced talks to sign, I think it's pronounced Amad Traore from Atalanta.
That got shut down real quick. Wait, what?
No. Fabrizio was
Diallo Traore.
No. Amand Traore. He's at Atalanta.
I thought,
So let me just read the tweet. The tweet says,
go for it.
Man United are now in advanced talks to sign Aman Traore. Says 2,200 top talent. I don't know what that means. From Atalanta on a permanent deal. Deal collapsed with Parma after announcement, and Man United in talks. Work permit still pending. Deal to be completed now or next January. So that isn't a deal, I think, for a player. I mean, I think he's only played 2 or 3 first-team games. That isn't someone who's well, it might be a long-term plan, but that's
yeah. He's 18. He's 18 years old. So 2002 top talent means he was born in 2002.
That's I mean, I didn't know if that was a website or something. I know. Yeah. So there's that, bro. I agree with you. And what I was saying about our planning, and you know what, signed some wonder kids this summer. We've done some good business. But you know what? I've been at war with certain Man United fans for a while now. That they talk about standards, but they want it now. I have the same standards, but I know that it's going to take 2 or 3 years to get there. Do you know what I think those United fans and I have missed? And I shouldn't have missed it because I blame the Glazers over everybody else. Those people are never going to allow us to become successful and prolong the success. We're always going to be here. We've just seen Matteo Darmian sign for Inter. Supposedly, they've been really impressed with him over there in Italy. He's had a really good season. The amount of players that leave us to improve. In the short term, when you see somebody leave David Moyes, leave LVG, leave Jose and do well, it's very easy to say, see, they get away from that particular manager and bang, they improve. But it's happened 4 times on the bounce. If you're in a relationship, say even 4 medium to long-term relationships over a 10-year period, and each of them have the same problems, the same arguments, and you break up for the same reasons, bro, it's you. Manchester United Football Club is a problem here. It isn't a Jose, an Ollie, an LVG problem. It isn't a player problem. They're parts of it. They're not all perfect. They're human beings. But this is a club problem, rotten at the core. And I was prepared to put my faith in them because I thought that I could see changes under Ollie. And I felt like that started to happen. But I now see that they've pulled the rug. It feels like they've pulled the rug from under his feet. So I'm at a stage now where I don't wish anything bad on Ollie. I don't even necessarily want him to get sacked. I just feel like if we're not going to develop a team that's going to win the league, then we're better off just having the best managers available because at least we might be entertained by a bit of good football. And I don't care for the standard talk anymore because there's no point me having high standards. There's no point me understanding that it takes 2 or 3 years to get there. There's no point Saeed or Neeks or Rance or Goldbridge having standards, whether you think they can be achieved instantly or it's going to take 2, 5, 10 years to get there. If we have a club who have owners that have no want to get us back to the top as long as they're making money, it all becomes irrelevant. We're never going to get to the promised land. We're never going to reach the goal. So what's the point? There's no point trying to build a culture. And it's not that I don't want it. It's just never going to happen. It's never going to happen with these leeches, with these parasites.
These guys being at the club is just not conducive. Like Flawless said yesterday, like he don't believe in the board and in any Woodward. So let's just do a kamikaze thing and try and get short-term success here and there. And I get what I finally understand what he was saying because I was trying to think of, from a long-term point, we want to become champions of England and win the Champions League. But they clearly don't want that. So like, you know what? Yeah, I'm not saying do a kamikaze thing, but I'm like,
mate, exactly, bro, exactly. And I'm just in that sort of mood now where I feel like, the Cavani deal. I don't worry about the Cavani deal as such. I don't. Tell us deal, fine, it's cool. I don't mind that taking so long. The one that's sticking in my throat right now is the Sancho one. And I always said this and I maintained the energy the whole way through. We were being told and advised to wait till this point, put your bid in the last week of the window, it will work. It isn't the first time that we have taken the wrong advice from the wrong people that's damaged the football club. And I'm sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of it. And I'm no longer going to stand there and say, I don't care if I can see small changes anymore. And I have seen the changes. The way how we sold Pereira is a positive, right? I get that. How we negotiated Maguire and Bruno. All these things are fine. But we've now just gone and undone ourselves in this window. And for me, it's 1 step forward and 2 steps back. The people that get impacted by it are the players and the manager. They're the ones who suffer with the abuse. I'm right now, unless somebody can change my mind, I fervently believe that our owners and Woodward have no genuine desire to ever make us Premier League champions again. And the only sensible way for me to get through that as a fan is to drop my expectations, because it's the expectation that kills you. I can't, it's like if my dad still, he didn't ever had this. If my dad's expectation was for me was to become a brain surgeon, and he's still holding on to that now, he's always going to hate me and be disappointed. This is hypothetical here. And that's how I feel. I'm looking at Man United, and it's like, it's like expecting me, a dyslexic, to become a literary genius. It's not happening, bruv. I can't do it. I can just about read with my dyslexic brain. So don't ask me to do anything that involves huge amount of reading or writing. I look at Man United in the same way. Do you get what I mean? It's like Man United to me, it's like having an English teacher that's dyslexic, bruv. Do you get what I'm saying? It just ain't gonna go well and end well for anyone. Danny Williams is on the line versus Danny. What you saying, bro?
Oh man, I can't comprehend like that we're back in this position again. Like at the start of this window, the level of optimism we had was so high. We're in negotiations now at the start of the window for Sancho. Great, we're going to get this done. So to end up here, where we're not getting Sancho, we're scrambling around again, just like we did under LVG, just like we did under Jose Mourinho. Like, it's just pathetic. It's just pathetic. And the fact that we as Manchester United fans have to now lower standards just for our own, how would I put it? Just for our own sort of emotional emotional welfare. It's like, I can't keep letting this football club, I don't want to use the word abuse, but I can't let this football club like affect me in this way anymore, unfortunately. Like, as a football fan, it's supposed to be an emotional roller coaster, but this is too much. Like, there has to be some sense to what we're doing. This Jadon Sancho thing, I've always said this, right? If we pulled out of this deal 7-8 weeks ago, briefed the media, look, we can't pay this money now. Dortmund's stance is fair. Our stance is fair. It just can't work out because of COVID-19. We're going to move on with the project, getting young players in, but he'll be a priority for next season. I think we'd be on board with that.
Mm-hmm.
But then on top of that, get premium targets in other positions.
You
couldn't get the right.
Yes.
Do those things.
Absolutely
Do those
right.
things.
Absolutely right, Danny.
But here we are, no priority target. We're scrambling around. This guy we're getting from Atalanta could be a good player, but our optimism, like, you're supposed to be optimistic and happy when your football club signs players. And here we are having a therapy session on YouTube Live. Like,
no, listen, I completely hear you, brother. And this is the thing. I remain very relaxed throughout the Sancho deal because, like I said, I wanted to put faith, not so much in Woodward and Matt Judge, but you know what? I felt Ollie had got through to them. I felt they were listening to him. And, we were listening to the credible journalists. At no point did any of them say, barring what Dortmund said, it's off. And as I've said for the majority of the time, because it was Dortmund, I never believed the deal was completely off the table. Why? Because Dortmund, the deal was never off the table. They were a selling club. And I don't believe they're not. But they set a deadline for this deal. And Man United decided not to put this bid in before the deadline. We decided to wait till this week. It's the seeking of the bad advice that upsets me because, as you say, they could have briefed me for any time and said, it's not happening now. If we would have had Simon Stone, Peaches, and a few others come out, whatever his name is, Peaches, I don't know, and say, United have ended their pursuit, they're going to look elsewhere 7-8 weeks ago, we could have all taken it on the chin. It's the fact that the word has been United are going in the final week. They've been advised this is what's going to work. They've been advised that they know what they're doing. They've come to agreements to find that they've been told by the intermediary how things are going to work. We were still 4 weeks ago. We confirmed everything with the agent. Like, how confident must Man United have been in their information to keep working with the agent a month after the deadline if they didn't think this deal was going to go through? Like, do you get where I'm coming from? They thought this deal was going to happen so much that a month after the deadline, they finalized agent fees with Sancho's agent. That tells us as fans, well, they must know something we don't. So you put a little bit of faith in that. And you know what? I'm not going to cry over spilt milk, essentially. I'm never trusting anything they say again. I don't care anymore. Like this, the Tellus deal and everything else, I'm kind of relaxed about that as an example. But for me, it's just absolutely done. We have a super chat here from Brandon who says, I'm an Arsenal fan. Terry, do you think if you had a different manager and had the same time as Ollie, you'd be playing better football with the players you had? Maguire apparently forgot how to defend. He was good last season. Do you know what it is, bro? I don't necessarily think it's an Ollie thing. I know that he isn't ever going to be Pep or Klopp. I know he's never going to be at that level. Excuse me, I got itchy back. He's never going to make it to that level. But you're right. We were a much better team last year. I think something Gary Neville pulled on makes a lot of sense because it works the same in every industry in the world: sport, education, business. I think the players and the manager are equally impacted by our bad transfer window. When you see your rivals strengthening, when you see your rivals improving, when you see them getting business done quicker than you, this is what's made me, again, totally believe this is starting to become Woodward buys and panic buys and isn't something that was planned, because you're seeing instability on the field of play at the same time. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. Think about your workplaces. Think about your education areas. Think about your home life. If the parents don't care the kids, how do they behave? If the bosses don't care, what's the quality of the work like? When the core, I never like to use the expression top down. I don't like what that implies. Middle out. The owners and the board are the middle. They're the heartbeat of the football club. In some respects, more important than the manager and more important than the players. If that's rotten, everything that flows around the club is rotten, from standards to expectations to concentration to commitment. And they are the reason that we are where we are. Why do we know this? And I don't care. Listen, people can show me 10 things wrong with Solskjaer. I'll probably agree with them. 10 things wrong with Pogba. I'll probably agree with them. But we've been going through this process since 2013. And the only true constant in that time is the Woodward and the Glazers. Everything else has been changed. We've even got a pretty much completely new squad now to the one that started under David Moyes, barring Jones still being in the squad. I can't think of anybody else.
And Smalling now. Have you heard about that, Terry?
No.
And De Gea, obviously.
Yeah, and De Gea. So there's one or two left, right? And even De Gea, you could argue, should be moved on with how he's been in the last 18 months. The point I'm making is that with almost a completely refreshing of the squad, 4 different managers, we're in the same position. Any Man United fan whose focus right now is Shaw, Maguire, Ollie, still blaming Jose for damaging the players. Whatever your angle, you are wrong. This is down to one group of people, and that is the owners and the board. And until Man United fans wake up and understand this, you're never going to. And what's horrible about it is we've signed Cavani. Like I said, we've signed one of the best left backs in the world in Alex Telles. And I don't feel any emotion. I don't feel happy. It's so unfair to us, but the expectations have got to drop. Boys, I'd love to be able to talk more. I've got to shoot more streams this afternoon. Update on Man United's right side of the attacker. Big Chelsea stream coming up this afternoon as well. Touching on Tottenham also. And then tonight from 7 p.m. live through till midnight, we go live on the Football Terrace, taking your calls, taking your super chats. Actually, a super chat from Andy says the board wouldn't announce Sancho is off weeks ago because they had 8 weeks of social media interactions talking about him and United. It's a joke. Well, bro, if that's, again, if what you believe that's true, it showed you to put no faith in this board. And the way you show this board no faith is by giving it. I'm not even going to wear old Man United shirts anymore. I'm going that far. I'm not even going to have Man United stuff up on the wall behind me. I'm taking down old pictures. Teddy Sheringham's up there. Greenwood's up there. Ronaldo. It's all coming down. Everything to do with the club is gone now. I am not even promoting them as a football club with their brand being shown anymore. Not one little bit. I'm barring the thumbnails on the video. That's about all I can. I can't. Aside from that, nothing else. I'm doing nothing for them. I'm finished with them because they made us believe that this was their plan of action. They've gone against their plan. Well, actually, no. I'm going to lie there. They fouled in their plan again. And now they're panic buying or rushing deals through that may be no good for us. They've damaged the psyche of this squad that was improving. And for me, it's the straw that's broke the camel's back. I've had enough of them doing this. It's as simple as that for me. Boys, I appreciate you all coming on. Everyone who's tuned in, smash the like button. Welcome, by the way, Edinson Cavani to Manchester United. I'm sure I'm sure it's all going to end in tears. Everyone, take care. Goodbye. God bless. And I'll see you all soon.